All right, let's talk about passive income. Today we are breaking down 7 really powerful ideas, but we're not just going to list them. We're going to look at all of them through one really important lens, the trade-off between your time and your money. Let's jump right in. You've heard this a million times, right? We're all told the same thing. Get a good job, take out a huge mortgage, and just keep working till you're 67. But you know what? Building real wealth, that usually takes something different. A way to make money that doesn't mean you have to trade every single hour of your life for it. And that's what passive income is all about. It completely flips that old idea on its head. Okay, so let's get super clear on what we're talking about here. This isn't about, buying a stock and watching it go up in value. That's great, but you have to sell it to get the money. We are talking about true passive income. This is actual cash flowing into your bank account on a regular basis from an asset you get to keep. That's the game changer. So to make this really simple, we've sorted all 7 ideas into 3 clear paths. And it all depends on what you've got right now. Path number 1 is for people who have capital to invest. Path 2 is for those of us who have more time than money. And path 3, well, that one's all about using stuff you probably already own. Let's figure out which path is the right one for you. First up, we've got path 1, investing capital. This is the classic way to do it. You're basically using your money to make more money without having to put in a whole lot of time. So our first idea? Dividend stocks. It's pretty straightforward. You buy a little piece of a big, stable company, and in return, they literally send you a cut of their profits. But, and this is important, not all of them are created equal. There's this kind of hierarchy, right? At the very top, you have the dividend kings. These are companies that have raised their payouts for over 50 years straight. Then you've got the aristocrats with over 25 years. That history tells you who's a reliable bet for that consistent passive cash flow. But, and this is a big but, here's the reality check. If you wanted to make just $100 a week from a solid stock like Starbucks with its 2.4% dividend, you'd need to invest over $200,000. And that right there shows you the trade-off, plain and simple. It's about as passive as it gets, but man, it takes some serious cash to get started. Idea number 2 is private investing. Think Shark Tank. You could be an angel investor helping a friend get their startup off the ground, or you could be a shark coming in with your expertise to really grow the business. You know who's amazing at this? Ryan Reynolds. He invests in companies, and then he uses his huge social media following to blow them up and then cashes out when they get sold. It's a pretty genius semi-passive strategy. So what if you don't have that kind of money just lying around? Well, that's what brings us to path number 2. This path is for all of us who have a lot more time than we do cash. And it's all about putting in the work up front to build an asset that makes money for you later. So many people get stuck in this trap with their side hustle where they're just trading hours for dollars. I had a friend, Jamie, an amazing dog trainer, but he had a wall. There are only so many hours in a day, right? So what's the solution? You have to stop selling your time. You have to package your skill into a digital asset like an online course or guide that you can build once and sell 1,000 times over. And the process is really just 3 steps. First, you've got to figure out what your unique skill is, what some people call your unfair advantage. What's the one thing you know how to do better than almost anyone else? Second, build your digital product around that skill. And third, you market it, often for free, on places like TikTok. Seriously, one viral video can bring in thousands of dollars in sales. You're not just working anymore. You're building an actual income machine. Idea number 4 is creating online content. Think about it. Every single YouTube video, every blog post you publish, it's a tiny digital asset, and each one can earn you ad revenue or sponsorships for years to come. The secret sauce here is to pick a niche you're actually excited about, and then just be consistent. You're not just making videos, you are building a whole library of assets that generate income for you. Okay, next up we have affiliate marketing, and this might be one of the easiest ways to dip your toe into passive income. The idea is so simple. You get a commission for promoting products or services that you already use and love. So, for example, a friend of mine sent a referral link for a new banking app to her contacts and just told them, hey, you get $10 if you sign up. And guess what happened? In one day, she made $300. Why? Because she also got $10 for every single person who signed up. That is affiliate marketing in a nutshell. Now just imagine if you scaled that up with a blog or a social media account. The potential is massive, and you don't even have to create your own product. Now, our 6th idea, this one has absolutely huge potential, creating a digital tool that solves a very specific problem. I have a friend who noticed this one little thing that frustrated everyone in his industry. So he developed a simple piece of software to fix it, and it turned into a multi-million-dollar business. The key? He used a subscription model. That creates predictable, recurring income. And the best part? You don't even need to be a coder. If you can spot the problem, you can always partner with the developer to build the solution. All right, on to our third and final path. And honestly, this one might be the easiest one for anyone to get started with, like today. It's all about making money from the things you already have. I'm willing to bet you are sitting on a gold mine right now and you don't even know it. A friend of mine was stressed about bills, so he started renting out his empty driveway to people who commute into the city. Just like that, he was making an extra $140 a week completely passively. So think about it. What do you have? A spare room, a car you barely drive, camera gear, even just some extra storage space in your garage. There's an app for renting out pretty much anything these days. So there you have it, 7 powerful ideas spread across 3 very different paths. Now for the most important part, how do they actually stack up against each other? Let's take a look at the final scorecard. Okay, this chart just lays out the trade-offs perfectly. You can see dividend stocks are super low on time commitment, but they require the most money. Then on the flip side, creating online content or a digital tool, that takes the most time, but you can start with almost no money and the potential payoff is enormous. And check out renting your stuff. It's fantastic because it's low on both time and money. You should really use this chart to figure out which strategy makes the most sense for you right now. And really, that brings us to the final, most important question. Everybody has some combination of time and money. When you look at these paths, the single biggest decision you have to make is which of those 2 precious resources you're going to invest first. So, what's it going to be for you?